Rates. Oh, it's a hot topic with lots to unpack. So let's get after it. Hey, VA Nation. Jeff Noon here with National VA Loans. The contact us at National VA Loans. It's 855-956-4040. Of course, you can always check us out online at nationalvaloans.com. All right, so rates. Holy cow. That is what we've been talking about for the last couple of days, and that's really all I've been hearing. And for any of you How I Met Your Mother fans out here, this is what it felt like the whole time. I think there's a few of you out there that probably remember that part of the show, but that's what it's felt like with rates. And all I can think about is how does that affect not only a person that's looking to buy a home, but how does it affect the people that already own homes, the people that haven't possibly been able to, well, the people that bought in the last couple of years, and the rate is going to be a point, maybe even more lower right now, or the people that have held on to their 3.5%, 4% interest rate, or even lower, and not been able to really do anything with the equity they have. So what I wanted to kind of take a look at is not only how the rates being lower will affect just the general market for home buying, but how it also is going to affect us out there that have homes that have equity that we haven't been able to touch. So let's kind of get into it here. Let's talk about the VA cash out loan and how to use that equity. So let me just bring that up. I'm going to take some stuff off the screen just so it doesn't drive you nuts. See that rates at the bottom. That'll get you. But let's talk about the VA cash out. So the VA cash out loan um, is going to be a really prevalent loan in the market right now, especially with these rates coming down. The VA will allow you to access cash or equity that's in your home to use it for a multitude of reasons, whether it be pay off current debts, whether it be put money in savings, whether it be do add-ons and upgrades and home improvements. You can do a lot of things, really anything you want with that equity. So the VA does allow you to unlock a lot of different benefits, and especially with the home equity that you have. Uh, so let's take a look here. So what is a VA cash out? It's pretty simple. The VA cash out loan allows eligible veterans to refinance their existing mortgage and receive cash back by tapping into the home equity. The loan is backed by the Department of Veteran Affairs, offering favorable terms and benefit, blah, blah, blah. Yes, the VA home loan, the VA cash out loan is still offered by the Veteran Affairs. It's a secured loan, a guarantee loan from the VA, and it will it allows again it allows you to access cash or equity in your home and use those funds in any way you see fit. Okay, so why is the VA cash out loan better than, really, I'll just be honest with you, better than any other loan out there? Uh, the VA cash out loan, it does, number one, it offers low interest rates. The reason the VA loans are a little bit lower interest rate than some of the other loans is because, again, it's backed by 25%, or 25% of your loan is backed by the VA. So your interest rates can typically be lower than a conventional loan. One of the best things is no private mortgage insurance, and that, guys, is huge. That can save you sometimes, depending on loan size and everything, that can save you sometimes two, three, $400 a month. And the private mortgage insurance, for those that don't know, and you veterans, if you don't know, that's good, because that means you've probably never paid it. But private mortgage insurance is an insurance for the lender or the investor in case you were to foreclose on your home. So it's not an insurance that's anything for you, like your homeowner's insurance or flood or something like that. This is another really great part about the VA cash out: the higher loan to value. Veterans can access up to 100% of the home's loan to value. Now, there's a few different ways in there, or calculations we have to use, but it's very simple. You can access up to 100% of your total equity in your home. So I know I've talked to a lot of veterans over the years that, uh, you know, they were kind of set between, they're going to need to sell their home, or they've got to pay off debt, because it wasn't working for them. And instead of them selling their home and having to find something new, or rent, God forbid, which we hope no one has to do if they already own a home. But what we had to do is we just accessed the 100% of the equity that was in their home. We saved them a little over $900 a month on their total outgoing expenses, and it allowed them to stay in their home and still live there, no problem. And they're back on their feet, and everything's great. So allowing yourself, or being allowed to use 100% of the equity, can really save you and get you out of some trouble sometimes. So it's a good option to at least explore if you do have debt. Now, again, it can be used on anything, but of course, high interest credit cards is the first thing I would look at doing. Number one, by paying off those higher interest credit cards, or credit cards that have a higher balance. By doing that, it's going to increase your credit scores also, which is always a good thing. personal loans. I know there's a lot of higher interest personal loans out there right now, and if you are in higher interest comes with higher payment because they're typically shorter terms. So if it's something that a personal loan through any of these major lenders out there, we can always take care of that and pay that off through a VA cash out. Auto loans, I know the auto industry is a little bit different right now with interest rates going up. So the auto loans are interest rates are quite a little bit higher right now. So it may be something to look at doing to where you can save yourself some money there. And then, of course, you can always apply more back towards the home loan at any time. Student loans, I tell you what, that's kind of a limbo one for me, just because I mean, especially for you out there with student loans, I'm sure that you've heard it's going to get paid for. It's going to certain percentage is going to get paid for things like that. So, I would probably, I wouldn't say necessarily that paying off student loans is the best way to go right away. But I would say that if you have the equity available to tap, it may make sense to pull out enough to cover those student loans in case you did want to pay them off. So, just a couple of quick tips in there for some VA cash out. But I am telling you, with interest rates coming down, it's time to start looking at the VA interest rate reduction loan. For all of you out there that don't need to tap into any of the equity, but you want to lower your interest rate, it'd be a good time to start doing that. And then also let's look at tapping out some of that equity, paying off some debt and saving yourself money. And I assure you, if we do it right and we set it right, we can show you how to apply the funds back towards your mortgage to pay your house off sooner and have a lower effective rate. Guys, it's real simple. It's all math, which makes it even easier. We'd be happy to jump on a Zoom or a Teams meeting with you, go over all the information so you can see everything firsthand and you know exactly what you're looking at before you get into anything. Again, to contact us here, it's 855-956-4040. That's 855-956-4040. Of course, you can check us out online at nationalvaloans.com. And if you are like me and you're a little bit proactive and you kind of just like to get things done and get the ball moving, then I would suggest going to nationalapplynow.com, filling out the quick, easy mortgage application online. It's secure. It'll come directly to your VA specialist who will reach out to you within minutes and to go over the application. It's a great process, and we highly suggest you use it, especially if you're proactive and you like getting stuff done. Guys, again, it's nationalvaloans.com, 855-956-4040. Until next time, thank you so much for everything you've done for us, for everything you've done for our country. We couldn't be here without you. And God bless. Take care of yourselves.